Do you ever find yourself lying in bed, just drifting off to sleep, only to feel that all too familiar urge, that gentle nudge, then a more insistent call, pulling you out of your cozy slumber? It's a common scenario, isn't it? One moment you're peaceful. The next, you're debating whether you can hold it, or if you absolutely must get up. And then, the cold floor, the bright bathroom light, and the slow walk back to bed, hoping you can fall asleep again quickly. This nightly ritual, often unnoticed until it becomes a real problem, can quietly chip away at your quality of life. It's more than just a minor inconvenience. It's a disruption to your body's natural rhythm, robbing you of the deep restorative sleep you truly deserve. Many of us simply accept it as part of getting older, or just a quirk of our bodies. But what if there's a gentle way to reclaim those precious hours of uninterrupted rest? Think about those mornings after a night of multiple bathroom trips. Do you wake up feeling truly refreshed, ready to tackle the day with energy and focus? Or is there a lingering cloud of fatigue, a slight grogginess that just won't shake off? Perhaps you find yourself reaching for an extra cup of coffee, struggling to concentrate at work, or feeling a little more irritable than usual. These aren't just minor annoyances. They're direct consequences of fragmented sleep. Your body and mind need a continuous block of rest to repair, rejuvenate, and process information. When that cycle is repeatedly broken, even for a few minutes each time, the cumulative effect can be significant, impacting everything from your mood to your immune system. It's a silent struggle that many people face, often feeling alone with their interrupted nights. Have you ever considered how much those nighttime awakenings are actually costing you? Not just in terms of lost sleep, but in the ripple effect they have on your entire day? Maybe you've started to avoid certain activities in the evening, thinking it might help. Or perhaps you've just learned to live with a constant state of low-level tiredness. It's easy to dismiss it as just how things are, especially if it's been happening for a while. But deep down, you know something isn't quite right. You yearn for those long, uninterrupted stretches of sleep you used to enjoy, or perhaps have only dreamed of. This feeling of being perpetually tired, of never quite catching up, can become a heavy burden, affecting your patience, your productivity, and even your enjoyment of simple pleasures. It's a sign your body is trying to tell you something important. It's a scenario I hear about so often in my practice. Doctor, I just can't get a full night's sleep anymore. I'm up 2, 3, sometimes 4 times a night to use the restroom. Does that sound familiar to you? You're not alone in this experience. Many people believe that once these nighttime urges start, they're simply an unavoidable part of life. But I want to assure you, that's not necessarily the case. This isn't just about needing to empty your bladder. It's about your bladder sending signals, sometimes a little too eagerly, that disrupt your precious sleep architecture. It's about a muscle, your bladder, perhaps being a bit more nervous or reactive than it needs to be, contracting at times it shouldn't, or too soon. This can be incredibly frustrating, leaving you feeling helpless and resigned to your fate. Imagine waking up naturally, feeling truly rested, without the jarring interruption of a bladder signal. Picture a morning where you haven't been forced out of bed multiple times, where your sleep felt continuous and deep. Doesn't that sound wonderful? For many, this has become a distant dream, replaced by a nightly routine of getting up and down. You might have tried cutting back on fluids before bed, or carefully timing your last drink of the evening, only to find the problem persists. These small adjustments can sometimes help, but often, the underlying issue remains, leaving you still searching for a more effective solution. It's this persistent search for better, more restorative sleep that brings us together today, exploring gentle avenues for relief. Perhaps you've even started to dread bedtime, knowing that uninterrupted sleep might be out of reach. That feeling of anticipation, not of peace, but of potential disturbance, can be quite stressful in itself. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about the cumulative stress on your body and mind when your sleep patterns are consistently disrupted. Your body's natural repair processes, hormone regulation, and even memory consolidation all rely on those deep sleep cycles. When these are constantly broken, you're not just losing sleep, you're missing out on vital restorative functions. It's a subtle but significant problem that can slowly erode your overall well-being, leaving you feeling less vibrant and less resilient day after day, week after week. Have you ever wondered why these nighttime visits to the bathroom seem to become more frequent as we get older, or even for younger individuals experiencing stress or lifestyle changes? It's a question that often arises, and it speaks to a deeper concern about our body's natural rhythms and how they can be thrown off balance. While it's true that certain physiological changes can occur with age, it doesn't mean that interrupted sleep is an inevitable sentence for everyone. Often our bladder's behavior is influenced by various factors, some of which we might not even consider. The good news is that understanding this problem is the first step towards finding gentle ways to support your bladder and encourage it to relax, allowing you to enjoy more peaceful nights. This common struggle, known medically as nocturia, impacts millions of people worldwide, yet it's often discussed in hushed tones or simply endured in silence. Do you feel a sense of relief just hearing that you're not alone? That there's a name for what you're experiencing? It's important to know that this isn't a flaw or a weakness. It's a signal that your body is sending, and one that deserves attention. For too long, many have simply accepted this as an unavoidable part of aging or a permanent fixture in their lives. But what if I told you that there are simple, natural strategies you can explore right from your kitchen pantry that might offer some much-needed relief? It's about taking a proactive, gentle approach to nurturing your body's comfort. The impact of poor sleep extends far beyond just feeling tired. It touches every aspect of your life, your relationships, your work performance, your mood, and even your ability to enjoy hobbies. Have you noticed how a string of bad nights can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming? Or how your patience wears thin more quickly? It's a cascading effect, where one disrupted night leads to a less productive day, which can then make it harder to wind down the next evening, creating a cycle that's tough to break. This isn't just about your bladder. It's about reclaiming your overall vitality and zest for life. It's about understanding that your body has an incredible capacity for balance, and sometimes it just needs a little natural nudge in the right direction. So if you've been nodding along, recognizing yourself in these descriptions, and feeling that familiar yearning for truly restorative sleep, then you're in the right place. This journey isn't about quick fixes or harsh medications. It's about exploring a gentle, natural path to support your bladder and help it find its calm. We're going to talk about how simple, everyday choices, specifically certain dried fruits, might hold a surprising key to improving your nighttime comfort and, by extension, your entire day. It's about empowering you with knowledge and practical steps, delivered with the understanding that your well-being is paramount. Let's start uncovering some natural allies that can help you finally bid farewell to those disruptive nighttime calls. Our bladder is a remarkable organ, a muscle that expands and contracts, holding urine until it's time to release it. But sometimes, this muscle can become a little overactive, sending signals to your brain even when it's not completely full, especially during the quiet hours of the night. Think of it like a sensitive alarm system that's set to go off too easily. Instead of waiting for a clear signal, it triggers those urges prematurely, pulling you from your sleep. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's just your bladder muscle behaving a bit more nervously than it should, disrupting the natural storage and release cycle that ideally should let you sleep soundly for hours. Understanding this, overexcitement is key to finding ways to calm it down. This overactivity can manifest in several ways. Perhaps your bladder simply isn't able to hold as much urine as it once did, or maybe your body is producing more urine overnight than it should. Sometimes it's a combination of both. The result is the same: repeated awakenings that break the crucial phases of your sleep. Imagine your sleep as a carefully orchestrated symphony. Each movement builds on the last, leading to a grand, restorative finale. When that symphony is interrupted multiple times, it's impossible to reach that deep, rejuvenating state. Your body yearns for that continuous block of rest, and when it doesn't get it, the ripple effects can be surprisingly far-reaching, impacting your entire day. What's happening behind the scenes is often a complex interplay of your body's internal clock, hormone regulation, and the health of your bladder muscle itself. During a healthy night's sleep, your body naturally produces less urine, and your bladder is designed to comfortably hold it for several hours. But when this delicate balance is disturbed, those signals become more insistent, demanding your attention. It's like a persistent little alarm bell that keeps ringing, not allowing your mind or body to fully switch off and enter those deep, restorative sleep cycles. This constant interruption prevents your brain from fully processing information and your body from repairing itself, leaving you feeling perpetually behind on your rest. The problem isn't just about the physical act of getting out of bed. It's about the deep physiological impact of interrupted sleep. Your body needs uninterrupted periods of rest to perform vital functions, like repairing cells, consolidating memories, and balancing hormones. When these processes are repeatedly cut short, your system doesn't get the chance to fully reset. This can leave you feeling foggy, forgetful, and generally out of sync. It's a silent drain on your energy reserves, slowly depleting your vitality and making even simple daily tasks feel more challenging than they should. This isn't a minor inconvenience, it's a fundamental disruption to your body's essential maintenance schedule. Think of your sleep as an investment in your health. Every hour of deep, undisturbed sleep pays dividends in terms of energy, focus, and overall well-being. When those hours are fragmented by nighttime bathroom trips, you're essentially shortchanging that investment. Your body tries its best to catch up, but it's an uphill battle. This is why you might wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all, despite spending hours in bed. The quality of your sleep matters immensely, and continuous sleep is far more restorative than the same amount of broken sleep. It's about giving your body the uninterrupted time it needs to truly recharge, rather than constantly starting and stopping the process. It's crucial to understand that this isn't about blaming yourself or feeling like your body is failing you. It's about recognizing that your bladder, a vital muscle, might just need a little extra support to function optimally, especially during the night. Like any muscle, it can become more sensitive or less efficient over time, or due to various influences. The goal isn't to force it into submission, but to gently encourage it to relax and perform its role more serenely. By understanding that this is a common, explainable physiological challenge, we can approach it with a sense of empowerment, knowing that there are gentle, natural avenues to explore that might help restore that much-desired nighttime comfort and continuity. You might be surprised to learn just how common this issue truly is. Studies show that nocturia affects a significant portion of the adult population, with prevalence increasing with age. For instance, it's estimated that over 50% of men and women over the age of 60 experience at least 2 episodes of nighttime urination. Even among younger adults, the numbers are not insignificant, with many reporting 1 or more awakenings per night. This isn't a niche problem. It's a widespread challenge that quietly impacts the well-being of millions, often leading to a collective sigh of resignation. Recognizing this broad impact helps us understand that you are part of a very large community experiencing similar struggles, and that solutions are genuinely needed for many. Let's put some numbers to it to truly grasp the scale. Globally, millions of individuals wake up at least once a night to use the restroom, and for a substantial percentage, this happens 2 or more times. Consider that even one awakening reduces your chances of entering deep REM sleep, the most restorative phase, by a significant margin. If you're up 2 or 3 times, the cumulative effect on your sleep architecture is profound. Data indicates that over 70% of individuals with chronic nocturia report a decreased quality of life, citing fatigue, irritability, and impaired daily functioning. These aren't just statistics. They represent countless individuals struggling silently, yearning for a full night's rest, and feeling the daily toll of sleep deprivation. The economic impact is also noteworthy, though often overlooked. Productivity losses due to fatigue and decreased concentration in the workplace, coupled with potential healthcare costs for related issues, can amount to substantial figures annually. It's not just a personal burden, it's a public health concern that affects our collective well-being and economic output. When we're all well rested, we're more productive, more patient, and generally happier. These statistics underscore the urgency and importance of addressing nocturia, not just as a minor inconvenience, but as a significant health and societal challenge that deserves our attention and a gentle, effective approach to finding relief for those affected. For many, the problem starts subtly, perhaps just 1 trip a night, which is easily dismissed. But statistics show that without intervention, the frequency often increases over time. What starts as a minor disturbance can gradually escalate into a major disruption, eroding sleep quality night after night. This progression is particularly common in individuals over 50, but it's not exclusive to any age group. It highlights the importance of addressing the issue early, rather than waiting until it becomes a chronic and deeply entrenched pattern. Understanding these trends helps us appreciate that a proactive and gentle approach can make a significant difference in preventing the problem from escalating and preserving your precious sleep. Consider the ripple effect these numbers represent in terms of individual lives. Each statistic about sleep disruption translates into a person who feels less energetic, less focused, and potentially less joyful. It means more people struggling to keep up with their daily responsibilities, more instances of irritability affecting relationships, and more individuals feeling a persistent, nagging fatigue. These aren't abstract figures, they are direct reflections of the impact on human experience. Understanding the widespread nature of this challenge helps demystify it, assuring you that you're not alone, and reinforcing the need for accessible, gentle strategies to help reclaim those vital hours of undisturbed rest and improve overall quality of life. The silent suffering that these statistics represent is precisely why we need to talk about it openly. Too many people feel isolated, believing their nighttime awakenings are unique or an inevitable part of aging. But the data clearly shows otherwise. It's a shared experience for millions, and this shared experience is precisely what gives us strength in seeking solutions. Knowing that so many others face similar challenges can be a powerful motivator to explore gentle, natural approaches, rather than simply accepting it. These statistics aren't meant to alarm you, but to empower you with the knowledge that you're part of a larger community seeking better, more restorative sleep, and that pathways to relief exist. Beyond the immediate discomfort of lost sleep, the long-term risks associated with chronic nocturia are quite serious and often underestimated. Fragmented sleep isn't just about feeling tired, it can significantly impact your overall health. Studies have linked chronic sleep disruption to an increased risk of cardiovascular problems, including high blood pressure and heart disease. There's also a heightened risk of developing or worsening conditions like diabetes, as sleep plays a crucial role in regulating blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. Furthermore, the repeated nighttime trips, especially for older individuals, increase the risk of falls and injuries in the dark, which can have devastating consequences. These aren't minor concerns. They are critical reasons to address this issue proactively. The impact on mental health is also profound. Persistent sleep deprivation can exacerbate conditions like anxiety and depression, making it harder to manage daily stress. Your brain needs continuous rest to process emotions and regulate mood, and when that's compromised, you might find yourself feeling more irritable, anxious, or just generally down. This isn't a character flaw. It's a direct consequence of your brain not getting the restorative time it needs. The cumulative stress of interrupted nights can create a vicious cycle, where poor sleep leads to increased stress, which in turn makes it even harder to achieve restful sleep. Breaking this cycle is vital for both your physical and emotional well-being. Another significant risk, particularly for those who are aging, is the increased likelihood of falls and related injuries. Getting up multiple times in the dark, often in a groggy state, significantly raises the chance of stumbling, tripping, or losing balance. A fall can lead to fractures, head injuries, and a cascade of other health problems, often resulting in a loss of independence and a decreased quality of life. This is a very real and serious concern that often goes unmentioned when discussing nocturia. Ensuring a full night's sleep without these frequent, disorienting trips to the bathroom is not just about comfort. It's about safety and maintaining your physical integrity as you age. Moreover, chronic sleep deprivation can weaken your immune system. When your body isn't getting adequate rest, it's less equipped to fight off infections and illnesses. You might find yourself catching colds more frequently or taking longer to recover from minor ailments. Your immune system relies on those deep sleep cycles to produce protective cytokines and other essential components that fight inflammation and disease. When this process is constantly interrupted, your body becomes more vulnerable. It's a powerful reminder that sleep isn't a luxury. It's a fundamental pillar of your health, directly influencing your body's ability to defend itself against external threats and maintain overall vitality. The long-term effects on cognitive function are also a significant risk. Consistent, fragmented sleep can impair memory, concentration, and problem-solving abilities. You might notice that your thinking feels less sharp, or that it's harder to recall information or make decisions. Your brain uses sleep to consolidate memories and clear out waste products, and when this process is disrupted, it can lead to a feeling of mental fog that persists throughout the day. This isn't just about feeling a little tired, it's about the gradual erosion of your cognitive sharpness, which can impact everything from your work performance to your ability to enjoy complex hobbies or conversations. Finally, the sheer exhaustion and stress of constantly interrupted sleep can lead to a general decline in your overall quality of life. Activities you once enjoyed might seem too tiring, social engagements might feel like a burden, and your patience with loved ones might wear thin. This isn't how you want to live your life. The cumulative effect of these risks paints a clear picture. Addressing nocturia is not merely about convenience, but about safeguarding your long-term health, mental well-being, and ability to fully engage with life. It's about taking a proactive step to protect your most valuable asset, your health and your peace of mind. So what exactly are the telltale signs that your nighttime bladder activity is becoming a problem? The primary symptom, of course, is waking up one or more times during your sleep cycle, specifically to urinate. But it's not just the act of getting up, it's the impact of those awakenings. You might find yourself struggling to fall back asleep after a bathroom trip, leading to cumulative sleep debt. You might also notice a persistent feeling of fatigue throughout the day, even after what you thought was a full night in bed. Other symptoms can include daytime sleepiness, difficulty concentrating, irritability, and a general lack of energy. These are your body's ways of signaling that its restorative sleep processes are being compromised, and that it's time to pay attention. Beyond the obvious need to urinate, pay attention to the urgency of the signal. Do you wake up with a mild urge? Or is it a sudden, overwhelming need that jolts you awake? A very strong, sudden urge can be a sign of an overactive bladder, which is a common contributor to nocturia. Also, consider the volume of urine passed each time. If you're getting up frequently but only passing a small amount of urine, it suggests your bladder might be signaling prematurely rather than being truly full. These nuances in your symptoms can offer important clues about the underlying nature of the problem, helping you and your doctor better understand what's truly going on inside your body. Another symptom that often accompanies frequent nighttime urination is daytime fatigue that isn't easily remedied by an extra cup of coffee. You might feel a constant sluggishness, a lack of mental clarity, or reduced capacity for physical activity. This isn't just about feeling sleepy. It's a profound weariness that can affect your motivation and your ability to engage fully with your day. It's a direct consequence of your body missing out on those crucial deep sleep cycles, which are essential for physical and mental restoration. Recognizing this persistent daytime fatigue as a symptom of nighttime disruptions is a key step toward acknowledging the problem and seeking a gentle solution. You might also notice a change in your mood or emotional resilience. When sleep is consistently fragmented, it's common to feel more irritable, anxious, or even a bit depressed. Small frustrations might seem overwhelming, and your patience might wear thin more quickly. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's your brain struggling to regulate emotions and cope with stress when it hasn't had adequate rest. Sleep plays a vital role in emotional processing, and when that's disrupted, your emotional thermostat can go haywire. Recognizing these shifts in mood as a symptom linked to your sleep can be a powerful motivator to address the root cause and reclaim your emotional balance. Beyond the internal feelings, there can be external signs too. Perhaps you find yourself napping more frequently during the day, or you're less productive at work or with your hobbies. You might even notice that your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be, or that you struggle to focus on tasks for extended periods. These are all subtle but significant indicators that your body is not getting the quality sleep it needs. It's important to connect these dots and understand that these daytime struggles are often a direct consequence of those nighttime bathroom trips. They are your body's clear messages, urging you to pay attention and seek a pathway to more restful nights. So, if you're experiencing these symptoms, frequent nighttime awakenings, persistent daytime fatigue, mood changes, or cognitive fogginess, it's a strong indication that your body is struggling with fragmented sleep due to bladder discomfort. These aren't just isolated issues. They are interconnected signals forming a clear picture of how your nighttime routine is impacting your entire life. Listening to these signals, understanding their roots, and recognizing their cumulative effect is the first and most crucial step toward finding gentle, natural ways to support your body and finally reclaim the deep, uninterrupted sleep you truly deserve. Now let's talk about why this happens. What are the underlying causes that can make your bladder so eager to interrupt your sleep? There isn't one single answer, as several factors can contribute. Sometimes, it's simply that your body is producing more urine at night, a condition known as nocturnal polyuria, which can be influenced by fluid intake, certain medications, or underlying medical conditions like heart failure or diabetes. Other times, it's related to a reduced bladder capacity, meaning your bladder can't hold as much urine as it used to, or an overactive bladder that contracts too frequently. Lifestyle factors like caffeine or alcohol consumption before bed can also play a significant role in stimulating the bladder and increasing urine production, making those nighttime urges more insistent. One very common cause, especially as we get older, is simply a change in our body's fluid regulation. Your kidneys might not concentrate urine as effectively overnight, leading to a larger volume of urine being produced. Additionally, sometimes fluid retention in your legs during the day can be reabsorbed into your bloodstream when you lie down at night, increasing the fluid volume your kidneys need to process. This isn't necessarily a sign of disease, but a natural shift that can sometimes be gently supported. Understanding this helps us move away from feeling like something is wrong and towards simply acknowledging a shift in your body's natural rhythms that can be addressed. Another significant contributor can be an overactive bladder. This means the bladder muscle itself contracts involuntarily, even when it's not full, creating a sudden and urgent need to urinate. Think of it like a reflex that's a bit too trigger-happy. This can be caused by nerve damage, irritation, or simply an increased sensitivity of the bladder muscle. Stress and anxiety can also play a role, as your nervous system directly influences bladder function. When your body is in a state of heightened alert, your bladder can become more reactive, sending those premature signals that disrupt your sleep. It's a delicate balance that can be easily thrown off. Certain medical conditions can also be underlying causes. Diabetes, for example, can lead to increased urine production due to high blood sugar levels. Heart failure can cause fluid retention during the day that gets released at night. Prostate issues in men, such as an enlarged prostate, can block urine flow, leading to incomplete emptying and more frequent urges. Urinary tract infections, UTIs, can cause irritation and a constant urge to urinate. While these specific conditions require medical diagnosis and treatment, understanding their potential role emphasizes the importance of a holistic view of your health and discussing persistent symptoms with your doctor. Lifestyle choices, too, play a surprisingly large role. Consuming diuretics like caffeine and alcohol, especially in the evening, can significantly increase urine production and bladder activity. Even seemingly harmless habits like drinking a large glass of water right before bed can contribute to nighttime awakenings. Your body's response to fluids can vary, and what might be fine for one person could be a trigger for another. It's about recognizing these patterns in your own life and understanding how they interact with your body's natural rhythms. Small adjustments in these areas can sometimes make a noticeable difference in reducing nighttime trips. Finally, sleep disorders themselves, like sleep apnea, can indirectly contribute to nocturia. The repeated awakenings caused by sleep apnea can trigger a hormone release that increases urine production. So sometimes the bladder issue is a secondary effect of another underlying problem. This highlights how interconnected our bodily systems are. Understanding these diverse potential causes, from fluid regulation to bladder muscle activity, medical conditions, and lifestyle, is the crucial next step. It empowers us to look for gentle, natural ways to support our body's balance, knowing that a targeted approach can help calm that sensitive bladder and restore precious, uninterrupted sleep. All right, let's talk about taking action and bringing back those peaceful nights. You see, nature, in its incredible wisdom, offers us some surprising allies, small treasures often found right in our pantry. We're not talking about harsh medications, but about simple, natural foods that can gently support your bladder. First on our list are *Nexus d'Orizo, those wonderfully sweet little gems. Dates are absolutely packed with magnesium, and magnesium, my friends, is the ultimate relaxation mineral. It helps all our muscles unwind, including that vital bladder muscle. An appeased bladder means fewer untimely contractions, and consequently, fewer urgent nighttime calls. Imagine the sweet relief of a night without interruption, simply by enjoying a few dates in the late afternoon, or as a small evening snack. It's a small, delightful gesture that could make a significant difference. Next up, let's consider the humble, almond-dried apricot. These golden delights are rich in potassium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in maintaining our body's fluid balance and ensuring our nerves function optimally. Good balance helps regulate the signals that control your bladder, making it less prone to overactivity. Think of it as a gentle hand guiding your bladder to behave more calmly. Moreover, dried apricots contain valuable antioxidants that protect your cells, including those lining the bladder wall, fostering overall bladder health. It's a quiet boost for a stronger, more resilient, and less capricious bladder. Incorporating a few dried apricots into your daily diet can be an excellent, natural complement to your journey towards more restful nights. And finally, let's not overlook the trusty Sajamakan prune. Often celebrated for its role in digestive health, and it truly is excellent for that. The prune is also a powerhouse of fiber, potassium, and beneficial antioxidants. A healthy, regular digestive system can indirectly relieve pressure on your bladder, as it prevents bloating and pelvic congestion that can sometimes contribute to discomfort. More importantly, the bioactive compounds found in prunes contribute to reduced inflammation and better overall cellular health. Consider the prune a silent guardian of your nocturnal comfort, working gently behind the scenes to support a more serene bladder. Enjoy them in moderation, perhaps a couple with your breakfast, or as a mid-afternoon snack, and let them be a part of your gentle strategy for uninterrupted sleep. So there you have it, 3 simple, delicious dried fruits, dates, dried apricots, and prunes that can be easily integrated into your diet. The key is consistency and mindful consumption. While these are natural allies, remember that moderation is always wise. You might consider having a small handful of dates or apricots in the afternoon, or a couple of prunes with a meal, rather than consuming them right before bed. The goal is to gently nourish your body throughout the day, supporting your bladder's natural function, so it can relax more effectively when night falls. These aren't magic bullets, but rather supportive tools that work with your body's innate wisdom, helping to calm that sensitive bladder and pave the way for more restorative, continuous sleep. Beyond these wonderful dried fruits, there are other practical, gentle adjustments you can make to further support your bladder and enhance your sleep quality. Timing your fluid intake is crucial. Try to reduce your sips of water or other beverages a couple of hours before bedtime, without, of course, dehydrating yourself during the day. Be mindful of evening caffeine and alcohol, as both are diuretics that can significantly increase urine production and bladder activity. Even light, regular exercise during the day can improve overall circulation and muscle tone, indirectly benefiting bladder function. These small, conscious lifestyle choices, when combined with the nutritional support from our dried fruit friends, create a holistic approach that empowers you to reclaim your nights. While these natural strategies offer a gentle path to relief, it's incredibly important to remember that they are complementary approaches, not substitutes for professional medical advice. If your nighttime awakenings persist, worsen, or if you're experiencing other concerning symptoms, please don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor. We are here to listen, to understand your unique situation, and to rule out any underlying medical conditions that might be contributing to your discomfort. Think of it as a partnership in your health journey. By openly discussing your symptoms, you ensure that you receive the safest, most effective, and most personalized guidance to help you navigate this challenge and find lasting relief. Now imagine waking up naturally, feeling genuinely refreshed and energized, without the jarring interruption of a bladder signal. Picture a morning where you haven't been forced out of bed multiple times, where your sleep felt continuous, deep, and truly restorative. Doesn't that sound like a dream worth pursuing? This isn't just about reducing bathroom trips. It's about reclaiming your entire day. It's about waking with a clear mind, improved focus, and a lighter, more positive mood. It's about having the energy to fully engage with your loved ones, pursue your passions, and simply enjoy the richness of life. This profound shift in your sleep quality can ripple through every aspect of your well-being, bringing back a vitality you might have thought was lost. The urgency of addressing this issue extends beyond just immediate comfort. It's about safeguarding your long-term health. Remember, chronic fragmented sleep isn't a minor inconvenience. It carries significant risks, from an increased likelihood of cardiovascular problems and exacerbating diabetes to heightened risks of falls and injuries, especially as we age. It can also deeply impact your mental well-being, fueling anxiety and depression. Ignoring these nighttime disruptions is like slowly chipping away at the very foundation of your health. By proactively seeking gentle, natural solutions now, you're not just improving your sleep. You're making a vital investment in your future, protecting your physical and mental resilience for years to come. Don't wait until the problem becomes deeply entrenched. You are not alone in this struggle, and more importantly, you are not powerless. The journey to reclaiming restorative sleep is one of empowerment. Recognizing that your body has an incredible capacity for balance, and sometimes it just needs a little natural nudge in the right direction. Even small, consistent changes, like incorporating these beneficial dried fruits and making thoughtful lifestyle adjustments, can yield surprisingly significant results. This isn't about quick fixes or harsh measures. It's about a gentle, sustainable path towards nurturing your body's comfort and encouraging it to find its natural rhythm again. There is genuine hope and a clear path forward to help you finally bid farewell to those disruptive nighttime calls and embrace the peace you deserve. So if you've been nodding along, if you've felt that deep yearning for truly restorative sleep, why not take that first gentle step today? Explore these natural allies, dates, dried apricots, and prunes, and consider the simple lifestyle adjustments we've discussed. Your body is sending you a message, and by listening and responding with gentle care, you can make a profound difference. Imagine the joy of waking up refreshed, the clarity of a well-rested mind, and the renewed energy to live your life to the fullest. It's time to reclaim your nights, to embrace the deep, uninterrupted sleep you truly deserve. I truly wish you peace, comfort, and the restorative power of a full night's rest. Take care, and here's to many serene nights ahead.